I am privileged to say I grew up in a musical family. My father made his living as a professional musician, but also as a music educator. He believes in instilling the joy of music in everyone he meets. His passion continues through me. He inspires me to share my love of music with others. Being a professional musician myself, the passion that I experience as a performer carries over into my teaching. My hope is to ignite that spark in each of my students. All students have the innate ability to interpret, perform, and enjoy music. It is the commission of the teacher to help each student find the path to understanding. In 1997, at the start of my tenure at Willoughby High School, I designed and implemented a digital music lab to give inner-city students the opportunity to engage and explore their creativity. Desiring to provide a music experience beyond the traditional band, orchestra, or chorus, I designed a digital music course requiring no previous music knowledge or prerequisites. This course gave the students a high level of success through a series of songwriting projects recording modern drum tracks, bass lines, percussion, chords, and accompaniment. This engaging practice motivated the students and helped them see new possibilities in their own creativity. The students became excited by what they had produced. They received one-on-one teacher-to-student assessment of their success and eventually learned to self-assess their work. No matter what their entry level, each student reached some level of mastery and understanding. Access to the Digital Music Lab raised many students' interest to further explore music by listening, performing, or singing. Over the past 29 years of teaching, I have come to know that an awareness of the arts, which constitutes much of a people's culture, guarantees the carrying on of the richest parts of each person's culture, which makes us fully human. In every aspect of my teaching, I bring in elements from real-world music experiences to help students see the importance of music in their lives. When discussing minor triad inversions in music theory class, I raise student awareness of the emotional impact of minor chords in the mastery of Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata. While discussing chord structure and arpeggios to Hispanic students in digital music class, I help them explore their curiosity of the Latin piano style and its connection to chord structure and chord inversions. While discussing the history of the guitar in my 7th grade music appreciation class, we explore the blues style and its connection to all American music that came after. Touching upon these cultural connections impacts the students' desire to learn more about their culture and raises awareness of it within the fabric of the music they hear every day. The role of the music educator is not to make musicians of our students, but to develop lifelong learners with an appetite and appreciation of the arts. The arts, including music, dance, theater, and visual arts, are a core ingredient in a well-rounded person. This year, as music director for our musical theater production of In the Heights, I discussed with my students how heights so realistically reflect the life of the Dominicans in their journey to assimilate into American culture while still holding on to their heritage. In rehearsals, we discussed the parallels with West Side Story and how the Hispanic culture had been depicted in musical theater in the late 1950s. We reflected on high-quality shows from Rodgers and Hammerstein and how Heights approaches the greatness of their works by depicting universal themes. Such discussions instill respect, awe, and an appetite to learn more. This same respect and awe has been nurtured in my students through the many productions I directed, including Once on This Island, West Side Story, Fame, Working, Smokey Joe's Cafe, The King and I, and 42nd Street. During my tenure at Willoughby High School, a young freshman student, I'll call him Jay, was enrolled in my class. Jay was overly introverted and had difficulties communicating. It was nearly impossible to get Jay to look you in the eyes. Doing so would bring him close to tears. Music was Jay's favorite subject in school, and his success in digital music, particularly through patient and encouraging one-on-one teacher-to-student interaction, helped him build confidence and comfort with communicating. In his sophomore year, to my surprise, Jay showed up for the spring musical auditions. As part of the audition, he was required to sing a solo. He had to build quite the nerve to get past his disabilities to do so. I encouraged Jay to interact with others and enjoy the experience. He eventually was able to take on speaking roles and even a singing role in the musicals. I was very, very proud of Jay. Music became the path that helped open the door for him, and his involvement in the digital music class helped break emotional and social barriers. When I started teaching in 1984, I was hired as band director at one of our large inner-city middle schools. The band was comprised of a sparse number of students of mismatched instrumentation, with virtually no instrument inventory and a non-existent budget. I began by establishing a meaningful rigor of practice and ensemble playing. Having the desire to build the program, I began writing music pieces that would fit the band's odd instrumentation. The students became more disciplined and soon earned the support of the administration and central office. Instilling belief in the students in what they could achieve and providing them with challenging yet rousing music caused the band to grow to over 135 members. Students, parents, school, and community all had become proud supporters of the middle school band. My personal vision for great music education is to provide students with resources to support performance, theory, and music appreciation, a rigorous curriculum with strong emphasis on music theory basics, exploration of music styles, world culture, and composition, to provide meaningful experiences for performance, to provide interaction with music professionals through master classes, artists in residence, and lessons, the availability of technology to support music learning, and finally to create connections to students' culture, cultivated through an appreciation of music and the arts. Other ways I have a positive impact as a music educator are by bringing my professional music performance experience into the classroom and to the entire school as inspiration to students, taking part in school and community outreach projects, mentoring students in their college and career choices, making myself available to students and colleagues for a wide variety of projects and technology assistance, and coordinating professional performance opportunities for my students in local shows and performances outside of the school environment. I love music. It's the blood and oxygen in my soul. Music feeds me. It sets the rhythm of my life. My hope as a music educator is to foster that in the students that I teach.